Welcome back to another episode of the Clickty Klack Podcast, and I'm your host, Ari. And in this episode, we will be talking about the emotional side of nails. Now, before we begin, take a moment to settle into your body. Unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, and let your hands rest wherever they feel comfortable. Okay? Today's episode is about something we rarely stop to consider. Something so small, so often overlooked, but yet deeply revealing. Your nails. Not as decoration, not as a habit, not as something to fix, but as messengers. This was been weighing on my heart, and it goes along with my last podcast, okay? Because the body speaks, and it often chooses the smallest places to do it. This episode isn't medical advice. It's emotional awareness. It's symbolism. It's listening. I told y'all, my podcast is a safe space for everyone. So if you feel this is for you or somebody about you and you feel like you want to talk, leave it in the comments. I try to talk to everybody, okay? So the first segment, nails as an emotional armor. Let's start here. Nails sit at the very edge of our body. They cap our fingers, the tools we use to touch, grasp, defend, and create. Emotionally, nails represent protection. They are our armor, our claws, our boundaries in physical form. When you feel emotionally safe, your body relaxes. When you don't, your body tightens. And nails often reflect that tension. Now, ask yourself, do I feel protected in my environment? Do I feel like I have to defend myself emotionally? Am I constantly on guard? I used to always be like this. I always thought like this. I used to think like this. Always, okay? People who live in survival mode, emotionally or mentally, they often show it in their nails. They may be brittle. They may be damaged. They might chew on their nails, or they might be constantly breaking. Take a time to reflect on that. Not because they're weak, but because they're tired of defending. If your nails can speak, they might say, I've been bracing for impact. Think about it. Now, this where I'm going to break it down. This may be about you, or you may know somebody who's just like this, and this may be the reason why their appearance is like that, okay? Nail biting, picking. When people pick their nails or bite their nails, it may be anxiety, controls, or suppressed emotion. Nail biting is often one of the most understood behaviors. It's not just a bad habit. Like, I know people who are nervous. When you're nervous, they bite. Emotionally, nails represent protection. Biting often appears when anxiety has nowhere to go, emotions are suppressed instead of expressed, and the nervous system is overloaded. It's a self-soothing behavior, a way the body says, I don't feel safe, but I need relief right now. And I have caught a lot of people doing this. And when I started doing this podcast and this episode part, I started to realize and look at people differently now, okay? Many people who bite their nails are highly perceptive. They feel deeply. They think constantly. And I know, I used to be a nail biter. I know a few people who bite their nails, and this is what they are. And they often learn early that expressing emotion wasn't safe. Think about that, okay? So the emotion turns inward. Nail picking can also be linked to perfectionism. Always trying to be perfect at everything. Trying to smooth what feels rough inside. Trying to fix something, anything, when life feels out of control. It's not weakness. It's a nervous system asking for regulation. If this resonates with you or somebody that you know, just ask yourself, what am I holding in? When did I learn to manage everything alone? Where could I allow release without hurting myself? Think about it. That's why I say, like, As I was doing this, like, I was really thinking, and I've done nails for a long time, and I know a couple people who do these type of things, and I look back on their life and I reflect, and I'm like, dang. So now this is why, you feel me? Hopefully after this episode you'll understand and get to know a little bit more better about people, or heck yourself, for real. Weak, brittle, peeling nails, emotional depletion. Weak nails often appear during emotional depletion, when someone is giving more than they receive, carrying responsibility silently, being the strong one for far too long. Emotionally, this shows up as fragility at the edges. You got weak nails. You might appear composed on the outside, but your body is quietly saying, I need support. Therefore, the nails are weak. Peeling nails can symbolically reflect layers being stripped away. We already talked about peeling nails and how peeling nails. Now we're getting into what your body does to make sure that to let you know what's going on with it. Too much exposure, not enough recovery. This is common in caregivers, empaths, and emotionally responsible people. Now, ask yourself gently, who supports me? Where am I overextending? What would rest look like if I allowed it? All right, we'll carry on. Slow growth, damage, or repeated breakage. Nails grow when the body feels safe enough to invest in growth, just like hair and everything else. Slow growth can symbolically reflect feeling stuck in life, fear of moving forward, holding back self-expression. We're going to think about it, okay? I want y'all to think about this. Repeated breakage often mirrors repeated emotional setbacks. Trying again, breaking again, trying again. Trying again, breaking again, trying again. Think about that. This isn't failure. It's persistent under pressure. It's persistence under pressure. Your body may be asking, is it safe to grow now? And that's crazy, ain't it? Just crazy. All right, I'm going to move on. Nail care, perfection, and control. Now, when you wonder, this is one side. We're going to hop into the other side, okay? Some people are meticulous about their nails. Perfect shape, perfect polish, no flaws. Emotionally, this can be a form of grounding. The only thing that you have that you can control. When life feels chaotic, the body seeks control somewhere else. And sometimes caring for your nails is care for your nervous system. This isn't vanity. It's regulation. However, if it becomes obsessive, it may point to fear of being judged, needing approval, feeling only okay when everything looks okay. Now, when I say we are our biggest critics, we are our biggest critics. And when I say that last part really sat with me in my soul, because that's how I was. You know what I mean? Like, I was just so worried about being a perfectionist when I started that everything had to be perfect. Everything had to be perfect because I had no control, and that was the only thing I could control in my life. But now I just let everything just flow. That's why I said, like, this is a safe space for us, and I want us to be able to talk to each other. That's why I'm coming here and talking about stuff like this, because nobody's talking about this. Now I just did a podcast last episode on why, or the 10 deformities of the nails. Now this is a deeper of what happens to get to that point. Okay. All right. Now moving on. Guided reflection. Let's pause. Look at your hands. Look at your hands. Imagine them. Notice your nails without judgment. Ask quietly, what have I been protecting myself from? Where do I feel emotionally exposed? What am I ready to release? Take a deep breath. Your body isn't betraying you, it's communicating. This podcast, every episode leads up to the same thing. I'm going to keep bringing it up and I'm going to put it in the link down below. Last episode was the top 10 nail deformities. This is the emotional side of nails and what stress and trauma, as far as like, hitting it, breaking it, peeling it off, can do to your hands. Like, you see, like I said, dark spots. Yeah, your nails won't grow. It just, what they say, like back in the old days when they say, like, if you have a white spot on your nails, that means you lie. But I'm going to look in there what it really means when you have a white spot on your nail. But it's certain little things that your body is telling you. Just like if you run all day, and you don't eat, you don't sleep, and you're just constantly on go, your body is going to shut down. Like, if you don't pay attention, and this has happened to me several times, and I'm pretty sure it happens to a lot of people, your body is going to make you sit down, whether you be sick for days or you just sick, basically sick. Your body is going to force you. If you don't take heed of the little signs and stuff that your body does, your body is going to make you sit down. Okay? So your body is communicating. And communication is an invitation, not a problem. Your nails are not random. They are not meaningless. They are small reflections of larger emotional patterns. And awareness, not control, is where healing begins. If something resonated with you today, sit with it. No fixing, no forcing, just listening. Just listen. I wanted to create a safe space for us. This is our safe space. And I want y'all to just think about everything I talked about. Just think about it and sit. And just, it may go along with your life. It may not. Or you may know somebody and just think and look at their nails and just think. Like I said, the body tells a story that words cannot explain. Remember that. But I am glad I did this episode. I'm really, really glad that y'all came back and watched. Listen. I hit 500 subscribers on January the 1st. Like, I want to cry so bad because I told my mom, like, that was my goal when I started. I can't remember. I have to go back and remember when I started, like, actually posting. I told her, like, I was gonna come up with a plan, and she like, yeah, do it, and that plan worked. And January the 1st, that was my goal. By 2026, January 1st, to hit 500 subscribers, and I've hit 501 when I woke up on January the 1st. Like, I don't want to, oh man, like, I don't want to be emotional, but that is nothing but prayer in the Lord and hard work and having people who support you when you don't even support yourself. You feel me? But man, I just had to tell y'all that. Like, and I thank y'all for coming back and watching, and share. Subscribe, like, share. Always share, because it may be somebody that needs to hear this, and this is why I did this story. But as always, thank you for watching the Clickty Klack, and I'll see you.